Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Science 5, Quarter 4, Week 1. Are you ready to learn about more science? Okay, let's start. But before we start our lesson, let us have on our classroom rules. 1. Sit properly. 2. I want you to participate in our activity and listen to our lesson. 3. When I call your name, please stand. And lastly, if you are going to answer my questions, please raise your right or left hand. Our lesson for today is about weathering. Do you have any idea what is weathering? Okay. So the objective of this lesson is you are able to describe how rocks turns into soil. I have here a pictures. What do you observe on the pictures? Okay, they are rocks and they have different shapes and colors. Earth is mainly composed of rocks that differ in terms of sizes, shapes, and colors. Rocks is seen to be very hard, but they still break. Rocks are broken down into smaller pieces by the effects of weather. So now, what is weathering? Weathering is the breaking of the rocks into fragments. Weathering is an important process that helps to shape the Earth's surface. And its breaking of rocks results into formation of soil and different landforms. There are two types of weathering. First is mechanical weathering, and the second one is the chemical weathering. Let's find out what are mechanical weathering and chemical weathering. Mechanical or physical weathering is a physical wearing away of rocks without any change in their chemical nature. Examples: animals burrowing through the soil, example, ants, worms, mice, rabbits, etc. Another example is plants' roots break rocks apart they grow, and the thermal expansion, repeated daily heating and cooling of rock. And another example is water. They are an example of mechanical or physical weathering. Another example of mechanical weathering: wind, frost wedging, and digging or blasting, quarrying. Now, chemical weathering. Chemical weathering involves change in composition of rocks that allows them to break down into pieces. It involves a change of composition of minerals in rocks. Example of chemical weathering: oxygen, carbon dioxide, living organism, acid rain. There are agents of weathering. So first is water, wind, temperature, plants, animals, and human. So they are the agents of weathering. Let's have an activity. Using this Venn diagram, compare and contrast mechanical and chemical weathering. So again, class, what is weathering? Weathering is an important process that helps shapes and Earth's surface. It is a breaking down of rocks into fragments or pieces. So they have two types of weathering. First is mechanical weathering. Mechanical weathering is the physical wearing away of rocks. Then the other types of weathering is chemical weathering. It involves change in the composition of rocks that allows them to break into pieces. Then there are different agents of weathering: water, wind, temperature, plants, animals, and people. They cause rocks to break into pieces. Let's have another activity. Answer the Learning Task 6, page 4 on your learner's packet. For your assignment, answer the following activity of your LEAP Science. Learning Task and 1, make a video while performing the activity and answer the questions on page 2. Learning Task 4, page 3, Learning Task 5, page 3, and Learning Task 6, page 3. Thank you for listening and participating, class. Goodbye, everyone.